What's going on, guys? Vinny here, bringing you a formation guide. Today we're going to be covering the 4-1-2-1-2/4-3-1-2. They're basically the same formation, just the narrow formations. I would say this is like probably a fan's favourite. Like a lot of people use this formation because I think it's the most simple and it's like quite fun to use because it's so like quite close compact and you can just like do 1-2s everywhere. We'll go over the custom tactics, what you can do, instructions, what I recommend, maybe what could suit you. This is what this video is more, is to try and find what was going to suit you the most. So what you've got, obviously defensive styles, I've mentioned these in previous videos. You've got balance, pressure on heavy touch, pressure after heavy loss, constant pressure, drop back. To be honest with you, apart from constant pressure, because they've nerfed constant pressure and like the stamina situation, you could use every single every style or defensive style you want, really. It all depends how you want to play. If you want to press straight away after you've lost possession, it makes sense. You use possession after press after possession loss. If you want to use the one where your team's very structured, but as soon as there's a mistake, your team's ready to pounce, I recommend using pressure on heavy touch. It's very good if you. Custom tactics is really good against if you have like wingers, to be honest, rather than narrow. I haven't tried it too much with narrow, but with wingers, they're always on the right back and left back, and a lot of people like to use their right back and left back, building their attack. And when you've got members on there, like on their players, you just get the ball so easy. Drop back, I know it's like not many people actually like the drop back because it's so cheesy. It's just putting people behind the ball and just sort of waiting. It is a tactic, and if you want to use it, use it. I personally prefer using balance over drop back because I feel like I'm able to press easier with it. You've got different options with width, like I mentioned. Like obviously, all these are different options, but width in defense, I don't know. I don't really know how you want to defend really too much in this. Personally, I've been using 5, and I think it's just quite a balanced, like whatever formation you use. If you use like 6 or 7, I think your team, as a narrow team, it might be too stretched, and it's sort of going to defend in a 4-1-2-1-2, just a normal version with the right mid and left mid. So that might be a bit of an issue. But I'd say maybe 5 or 4 would be alright, because then your team's quite compact through the middle, and that's where everyone attacks really anyway. Like that's where they're going to shoot from for their first time finesses and just finesse shots. It's always through the middle. So maybe even going forward, do you justice. Depth all depends what you have on these, like pressure on heavy touch, possession loss, balance, drop back. I would say if you're using balance, probably go with like a 4 or a 5. Keep your team fairly easy to press. But if you're finding you're like conceding the through ball behind the back line, go to like a 3. Honestly, just find what suits you best. Like if you want to defend deep, obviously use lower. If you want to defend high, use higher. Obviously, you can combine it very well with a different defensive style. Obviously, it depends on the scores. If you're losing, you might want to go pressure on heavy touch, up the depth to like 7, and just try and squeeze them up top. But if you've got the leads, you might want to like drop it down to like a 5 or 3 with drop back, and then just sort of like hold the lead out. Let's go on to offensive style now. You've got balance, long ball, fast build up, possession. Another one, I think you can use them all. I'm not really too sure about long ball, so I won't really touch on that. I haven't used it much. Personally, I use balance, but I would rather use balance and possession just because how I play. I'm very, like, I would say slow in my build-up. I take my time. I try and find the right passes. If I go fast build-up, it's too quick and I can get countered very easy. But it all depends how you want to play. If you want to play fast, obviously fast build-up is fine. But with balance, you can... With balance, you can sort of like make the tempo yourself. If you want to go fast, you can go fast. Possession, obviously you got people constantly coming short, so you can do like nice triangle passes. That's what this formation is about. It's the triangle passes, doing the 1-2s, and getting the through ball behind. But yeah, go on to the width. I personally have gone for like a very narrow version of narrow, using the word twice there. I've gone with 4 mainly because I want the team like very tight, like within the centre when building up. If I have it wide, like I mentioned before, it sort of goes to the 4-1-2-1-2, the normal version with the left mid and right mid, and I don't really want that. I want it to be quite compact in the middle, doing 1-2, pushing through, and then you're obviously using the left back and right backs for your width when you need it. But there isn't a problem using. I would say the maximum is 6 with width, with narrow, and you can probably go all the way down to 1 depending on how close you want your team. Players in the box I think is really important with narrow, because this is how you're going to get your overlapping runs from your midfielders, unless you've got them get in the box and whatnot. But like if you don't have that, player in the box is where it's going to come in hand. I see a lot of people using 6 when they use narrow, because you get them like extra runners from midfield or your cams and whatnot. It's very good. I would highly recommend using this, but I would say between 4, 5 and 6 is where I recommend. But obviously this is just trying to help you guys find what suits you. Just trial and error, guys. Like if just try maybe one game like on 5. I don't like it, I don't have enough people getting in the box, let's go to 6. And if it's too much on 5, you go back to 4. That's the key with custom tactics. You've got to find what's perfect to you. We're going to the instructions now. We will go over the 4-1-2-1-2 one rather than the 4-3-1-2, mainly because I think it's just a bit of a mess. I ain't going to change all that around, because don't worry about the team on the paper. All right, it's just we're on about the instructions right now. Personally, well, you've got. I'm not going to say personally. Well, I am. Personally, I like stay back on my right backs and left backs, mainly because with a lot of people using 4-2-3-1 this year, you want your right back and left back to constantly be at the back, because if you don't, they're just going to play one ball through the down the wing, and you could easily get screwed over by it. But if you are going to use balance, there's something on your midfielders which I highly recommend, and I will go over that. You could obviously also do joining the attack. I would only say that if you're trying to get a goal back late in the game and you've got the press tactics on CDM. Obviously we've got the man mark, cut, personalise and balance. Personally I go with the balance just because I have a bit of everything. Definitely have to have stay back. Don't worry about even putting get forward in the CDM. That just doesn't make sense. Defensive position on CDM, definitely put cover centre instead of cover wing, mainly because you want your CDM to be the central pivot guy of your team on defending. You want to know he's always there in the middle. If you have cover wing, he might have wandered off to right back or left back, whatever he wants. Into midfield, definitely you got, I would say, 2 options on attack and support. You got balance or stay back. I've gone with stay back on all my midfielders apart from my cam, mainly because I'll make them go and join the attack if I want them to join the attack. If I have him on balance, sometimes too many people push up, and with narrow, the problem with narrow, a lot of people struggle to defend with it. So having stay back definitely helps with that. Wouldn't mess around with any of this support on crosses or any of that. The only other thing you could do is keep cover wing on your outside left centre mid and right centre mid if you have your left back and right backs on joining the attack or balance, mainly because once they've gone up, that midfielder covers into that slot and then you've got your back 4 line still intact. But if you want just to have it come back in the middle, put cover centre on your midfielders, and then you'll have a very tight midfield, and it'd be hard for the opponent to hit the finesses, hit them shots from distance and whatnot. You'll get the block in because AI is fantastic on this game, as we all know. Onto the cam, you've got, I would say, 2, maybe 3 you can mess around with. Obviously, defensive support, I wouldn't put come back. It's either balance or stay forward. I always put stay forward because this is the guy who's going to be the joint from your midfield to your attack and get the counters going, get the team going. That's who you're going to be playing through as your cam. He's going to be your most important player, really. You can put support on crosses. We've got get in the box or stay on edge. If you're a finesser, stay on the edge. You could obviously do that cutback pass to do wonders. But if you don't do that, you want them to join or just want to keep them normal, just obviously have balance. This is the problem with narrow as well. Every time I try and flip through the team, it all goes all over the place where you actually want to go. Position and freedom, you got stick to position or free roam. You can mess around with both. I think free roam, sometimes the player goes missing and they sort of wander off to the right or the left, and then suddenly you've got one of your centre mids pushed into cam, and then you've got I've got Messi playing cam. I don't want him dropping into centre mids because he's just going to get bullied by the opponent. So obviously I have stick to position with that one. The strikers are obviously the people going to be scoring the goals. Like I said, I have quite a narrow approach with 4-1-2-1-2. That's why I have stay central on them, and I will put getting behind. If you want them to be offering your width, obviously just have balance or drift wide. They're both good options. It all depends how you want the team to play. The one thing in attack and runs, there's only like 2 options really. You can have mitts, so you have a bit of everything, or getting behind. Getting behind is obviously the most used, I think, from everyone in every formation. So yeah, that's definitely an option you can use. And then either balance or stay forward, really, on the strikers. But that'll be it for the video. I hope that helped you guys sort of understand the narrow. Maybe helping you set up your custom tactics, what I do, what you can do to your team, and hopefully it helps you. This is obviously done on New Year's Eve, so have a good New Year's, guys. And don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, whatever you like, and peace.